Hello and good day. This is Punchline. We are First News Nation, and on Punchline, we discuss national politics. I am Sami Andipo. Thank you very much for joining us once again. Happy New Year. We're still in the month of January 2024. Weather conditions, especially where we are, dry. Harmattan is dealing with us. It's like the Harmattan that couldn't come around in December decided to show up. Better late than never. Thank you very much. Don't forget to join us on all our social media handles. First, Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, as well as LinkedIn for latest updates on all our shows. You could as well get latest interactions, as well as tell us what you think about our episodes on our WhatsApp channel. Go ahead on WhatsApp channels, look for First News Nation, and we'll be really glad to have your conversations as well as your feedback. Thank you very much. Let's go into the conversation about Rivers State. Is this drama becoming a joke? We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still Punchline, and the conversation seems to center around Rivers State. In the past 5 to 6 months, all we've been hearing in the political terrain, aside Supreme Court rulings that have given President Tinubu a clear go-ahead to go for the next 4 years, aside the Supreme Court ruling that have given many state governors, there is no state governor currently who has lost at the Supreme Court. Well, that's not the conversation for today. It's not even about Peter Obi. No, the conversation is about Rivers State, between Nyesom Wike, former governor of Rivers State and current minister of the FCT, and the current governor, Governor Simi Fubara, his own main man. Today, we are seeing this crisis has escalated from a House of Assembly burning down to an impeachment threat, to 27 members of the State House of Assembly defecting, to declaring their seats vacant, to a court case, to commissioners resigning. There is one issue or the other bedeviling Rivers State. And I must say this and say this clearly. What's going on in Rivers State is not politics. It's petty, it's downright absurd, and it's very childish. Between the two men, one man will go out to meet traditional rulers and say bad about the other man will go to church and say bad about the other man. The question is, what's actually going on in Rivers that is developmental, that can be said to be one of the strides of the current governor, otherwise the continuation of the projects of his predecessor? What we've witnessed in Rivers State is what democracy shouldn't be, how democracy should not be run, how godfatherism is rooted deep in Nigeria, and that's quite unfortunate. We see a blatant and open declaration of godfatherism, interest as never seen before in Nigeria. The history of our politics, we have not seen anybody boldly or blatantly declare that they own a particular geographical space. And that's what's happening in Rivers State today. Go back to our history. The only time we had something that was similar, something a bit similar, was in Anambra State, when we had Governor Chris Ngige and the Oba family fighting for who's going to be governor and who should go and swear in a shrine. Well, there's no shrine talk right now. The conversation is about the 8-point agenda that President Tinubu, who in my thinking has no business, politically speaking, interfering in the matters of Rivers State. However, President Tinubu was invited, which is governor, the leader of a subnational region, according to the constitution, with his own laws, his own rules, his own governance system, has been invited to Abuja, which is another governance system, for one person to determine what happens in Rivers State. We're setting a very bad precedent. This is happening in Rivers State. What will happen in Lagos? What will happen in Kano? What will happen in Cross River? What will happen in Akwa Ibom State? We are seeing an open declaration of godfatherism. And now, for the past 6 months, we've had cat and mouse games between the governor and his predecessor. We're even seeing that the former governor, who is the current minister of the FCT, is so distracted that the bedeviling issues in Abuja right now, insecurity, widespread kidnappings, but the former governor is busy in Rivers State making statements in public. I don't think that bug left former Governor Wike, the bug of going out in public with a microphone. He does it as FCT minister. It's a huge distraction. And to me, this political game, this political drama has gone on too long. It's a dirty embarrassing fight between two men. And who are the victims? Like they say, when two elephants fight, the grass suffers. So everyone is now made to pick sides between Nyesom Wike and Fubara. When the discussion on how Fubara was going to become governor as successor to Nyesom Wike, when all the political infighting happened, when APC was almost being dismantled, we didn't hear of any fights. But right now, what we hear consistently from Rivers State is not how much their GDP is, how much their IGR is, what developmental project has happened, whether contractors have finished projects or not. Just down the road in Abia State, Governor Oti has been given the go-ahead by the Supreme Court to continue. Everyone said that's a good thing. But what's going on in Rivers State today is a huge political distraction, a political drama that has become comedy, and now it's become a tragedy. Let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about what the lawmakers in Rivers State have done and how tied the hands of the governors are. We'll be right back. It's still talking about Rivers State, and this is Punchline. Conversation on the political happenings in Rivers State have rent the air all over Nigeria. Every other state is being distracted as to what's going on in Rivers State, and we're talking about it. And I'm giving you my frank commentary as is what Punchline is about. It's become a political drama that has been drawn too far. It's becoming too long. And from what I see, it's not going to end anytime soon. This drama is going to last for a while. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the matter of Toye Cole versus Simi Fubara, and everyone is holding their breaths because we don't know what the Supreme Court will rule. They might have ruled in favor of all his colleagues, but it might just be that Simi Fubara will be the only one a Supreme Court will rule against. You can't be too sure about our judicial system these days. Currently, the 27 lawmakers who decamped or defected from PDP to the APC, according to the 8-point resolution given by the president, those 27 should be let to come back against the Constitution. President Tinubu obviously is subverting the Constitution. Now, these 27 lawmakers and their speaker, who was part of the deal that he must be recognized as the authentic speaker, they have returned to the Rivers State House of Assembly. The speaker that was duly recognized by the court has resigned his position, left the State House of Assembly to become the chief of staff to the governor. The drama keeps unfolding, keeps getting messier, and keeps getting more childish and absurd. We need to say it as it is. 8-point resolution signed by different stakeholders. Commissioners who resigned of their own accord, not out of compulsion, not out of, they were not pushed to the wall. They resigned. Now, the 8-point resolution says these commissioners who left the cabinet of their own volition should be accepted again. And this is another thing. They should go to the State House of Assembly to be rescreened by the same people who screened them the first time. River State is showing us that, our constitution is nonsense, our history can be changed. It's quite unfortunate how things are going on in River State. That's not the only thing that is a slap in the face of democracy. That the governor of the state who presented a budget according to the constitutional provisions, there's no part of the budget that says, the constitution that says the governor should present a budget twice. But River State governor is being asked to present the budget again. At the time you presented it, the 27 were not available. I guess at this point you're reading, you probably do understand the political happenings in Rivers. You understand how absurd it is. So, lawmakers demanding the governor should come back and resubmit the budget again. The speaker has moved on to become chief of staff to the governor. The commissioners who resigned have been told to come back again. How is this going to work? How will a governor operate in a cabinet of people he does not trust, who are not loyal to him or will not listen to him? People who at the point where it was hard, they stood up and walked out. Now they come back in. Is the governor still the governor? We must ask ourselves the question. How will he work with a state assembly who have it hot for him? Who at any day they could, any time they like, will wake up and declare an impeachment on the governor. So the governor, irrespective of what the Supreme Court says, even if the Supreme Court rules in his favor, according to our local parlance, he has to sit down on one buttock. That's how it's going to be. How do you work as a governor in such a situation? What kind of chaotic government will that be? Where are the local government chairmen? On whose side? Every day we have stories of local government chairmen fighting with this political person and all that. Rivers is a cacophony of political issues, and it's not the right place for democracy to thrive. This is because of interest. This is because one man wants to hold on to power as long as possible. Rivers people have been pitched between these two men, and guess what? This fight profits them nothing. If you have any comment about that, please drop it in the comment section below. I am Sami Ajifo. Once in a while, I'll be throwing these kind of reality checks. It's not every time we come here, we decide to paint things. And of course, I never paint things. But, this must come direct. River State is in a mess. Politically speaking, it's in a mess. Governance speaking, it's in a mess. Something needs to be done. And if we don't nip this in the bud, there is another state governor or 2 or 5 looking at what's happening in Rivers to do that again in their own states. Your comments are more important. Drop them in the comment section below. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget, in February 2024, we will be on Afia TV, DSTV channel 254, GoTV channel 17. And also in the month of February 2024, we'll be on Star Times. You could watch us on any of these platforms and get latest updates. We're also on WhatsApp. Go to our WhatsApp channel. Look for First News Nation so you can contribute to the conversation. Thank you very much. We'll see you again next episode. As usual, try all you can to stay safe.